I had always known that life as Nabal's wife would be difficult, but I never imagined it would demand my very soul. Nabal, a man of wealth, but devoid of wisdom, had built his fortune on the backs of others. He was cruel, thoughtless, and drunk with arrogance. But I, Abigail, had resolved to endure. One scorching day, news came that David, the man chosen by God, had sent messengers seeking our aid. His men had protected our shepherds, ensuring our prosperity. Yet Nabal dismissed their request with disdain, hurling insults at the very man who would one day be king. My heart sank. I knew what would follow. David's wrath would burn like the desert sun. He was no ordinary man. He was a warrior with the anointing of God. The messengers' faces bore the shadow of impending doom as they relayed Nabal's foolish response. A servant, loyal and trembling, whispered to me, "David is coming with his men. Blood will flow in our household." I refused to let Nabal's folly destroy us. I gathered provisions swiftly: bread, wine, roasted grain, figs, raisins, enough to appease an army. With urgency, I loaded donkeys and rode into the wilderness. My heart pounded as the rocky terrain seemed to mirror the peril ahead. And then I saw him. David. His eyes burned with righteous anger, his men armed and ready. Dismounting, I fell to my knees, bowing low before him. "My lord," I pleaded, "let the blame fall on me alone. Nabal is a fool, as his name suggests. But spare us, for the Lord has kept you from shedding innocent blood. Let this gift I bring be enough. Remember, my lord, that you fight the Lord's battles. Do not let anger stain your legacy." The air was heavy with silence, as David's piercing gaze softened. His voice, when it came, was steady and full of grace. "Blessed be the Lord who sent you to me today. Your wisdom has kept me from sinning." Relief washed over me as I watched him turn back, his men following. I had saved my household, at least for the moment. When I returned, Nabal was feasting, drunk and oblivious. I waited until morning to tell him what had nearly befallen us. The shock struck him like lightning, and within days, he was dead. David heard the news and sent for me. Me, Abigail, the wife of a fool, now chosen to stand beside God's anointed king. I left behind my old life, stepping into a destiny far greater than I ever dreamed. God had seen me, heard me, and used me. This was his story, written through my courage and his providence.